to Everything We Do is Magic, Udom, the place where we take the magical, make it practical, so you can see how it really works. This is the last day of Yule, January 31st, December 31st, 2022. And so just made me reflect some on this past year. So last year at this time, we were preparing to enter into our first market season. Market season was so successful in some ways, not so successful in others. And then with the wrecking of our tent, we backed away from it. But there were so many other things that happened during this year, so many synchronicities, so many timing things, so many things that happened. And before I go any further, I want to just be thankful for the people that have entered our lives in just this past year. Michael and Eve. We met Eve working with her friend Brooke at the market. Were selling rabbit and pork at the market. We were selling microgreens, and we kind of immediately hit a friendship to common interests. And then when I met Eve's husband, Michael, Michael and I just clicked. So, and that's the couple that we're working with to set up the intentional community, the kibbutz, the new way of doing things, the new paradigm, so to speak, of a self-sustainable, self-contained community at Galway Place Farms. Now, interesting enough, I had inspected that farm about 3 to 4 years ago under the previous owner, and when I was doing insurance inspections, and thought, what a wonderful place this is. I would really like to have access to these facilities someday. And so here it is. So we formed a fast friendship. That's where my microgreens are growing now, is in one of the decommissioned coolers in the old CSA area on the farm. And so and they're doing really well. You've seen, I may pop some pictures in here and show you, but really doing well. And this year also had us cross paths finally with Matt and Elaine Goldsmith. Matt and Elaine. Elaine and I had been friends on Facebook, some philosophical things we agreed upon, and had become Facebook friends. And then I found out they were purchasing a property here within 30 minutes of us. And so we connected with them finally face to face, and again, it was instantaneous. Matt and I hit it off, and so the three of us, it's kind of a really good situation here, because we all bring talents to the table. Not only Matt and Michael and myself, but our wives as well, and there are more to come. And so those synchronicities, those things that are tying together. And again, the interesting thing is the property that Matt and Elaine purchased. Charlene and I had gone out and looked at that property again 3 to 4 years ago, and thought it would be a really good building site. And now with that, and I want you to carry this into the new year. Those are just minor things, but here lately, we've had some just really big manifestations come about, some really significant things come about. One of them, I told you about in a couple of videos ago, had a really big manifestation come about just yesterday. And so this season, things are moving, and it got me to thinking. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video about Adam and how everything, according to Jewish mysticism, everything that Adam called the animals, what they became. And I began to ruminate on that today, chew on it, and as I was driving, and I realized that because we are the creative force, we are, again, when you look at that, we're just a fractal version of the whole. We are part of the hologram, and the entirety of the hologram is in each piece of the hologram. The entirety of the tree of life is in each section of the tree of life. So it's all of creation, all of the creator is within us and within our abilities. So that when we have an idea, when we have a thought and we express that, and especially when we put emotion behind it and an acceptance behind it, faith, if you will, that it has already come to pass, that that the universe has no, uh, can't do anything but fulfill it. The universe is bound. Take this into the new year. If you think it's bad luck, or you think it's good luck, and those are generally terms we use. We're judging someone else's circumstances, and against ours. And if you're saying those things, you may want to change that luck to thoughts. These are bad thoughts. These are negative thoughts. These are thoughts on things that I really don't want to happen, versus someone who's thinking on thoughts that, and concentrating and pouring all of their creative energies under those things they truly will to happen. And if you can make in this coming year just that change, just that shift, just every time you find yourself thinking in that, oh, this is the way it always happens, change that. Take that negative emotion that comes with it and go, yes, it always happens that I come through everything. It always happens that things fall into place, because that's the reality of things. It's one of the things that Damon Brand talks about in his chaos magic work, is that that magic always happens over the course of time, but we think of it as suddenly. And I'll draw back around to being thankful this year, and that all that has happened as far as the relationship with Michael and Eve, and the relationship with Matt and Elaine, and all the benefits and mutual benefits and friendship and all that have come with that, has all happened in a short period of time. But it was after I began setting some intentions about drawing people around. And the thing is, once your intentions are set, once you tie an emotion to it, once you release it, and then once you just allow it to happen, it'll be on you before you know it. Take every thought captive. Don't let those thoughts of what you don't want jump out there, get energy, and give birth. Like I said, the universe doesn't care. All the universe says is, what are they thinking? What are they thinking? Hope you have a great year in this coming year. May it be prosperous and peaceful and joyous. And maybe you get all that you desire in this year. Namaste.